I got your support. I hopped off the porch around the time that y'all got awards. Lyrical exercise, this is what I call a sport. The fourth bar, brother, when I push the rock off the court. I got champion genetics. Champion genetics. Next level. Want me the best? Remember me. I am the great. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. Just let the record show that I
They also say the victims had stifling on their skin, which means that they got shot
First opened back in 2008. There's a look at Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indy. Today, it's a good matchup in the AFC South between the Jacksonville.
What you waiting for? Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Tell the chauffeur to open Mercedes door. Put the pedal to metal and made it soar. She was, but I made it sure it was. So we stayed indoors. Let's take it where no one has been before. It feel like I've known you some years before, but I don't know. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a lotus and I'm the conductor of a magnum opus. Simple braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Today, it's a good matchup in the AFC South between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. Two men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from Indianapolis. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll try the left side with ETN. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
On second down, ETN once more. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 1st and 10, it's ETN. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Well, these two teams met in Indy earlier in the year with the Colts coming out on top. So if they can find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Etienne once more. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. They go play action now. Lawrence. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They're going on fourth down. Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he is going to have the Jaguars first down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them. Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the fourth down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game plan for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game plan for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say it. The word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at a game nowadays, but it's not just the analytics. It's a coach willing to be daring, willing to be bold, and they certainly were there.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Lawrence. It's caught by Hooper. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Handoff running left is Etienne. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. 2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
No, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Quiddy Pay able to record his 5th sack of the season. We're scoreless after 1. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Bass is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. Well, of course, you want to find the end zone, but, you go on the road, you get 3 points. I think you take it.
Yeah, pretty good start to the day for them, don't you think? Right, you go out there, get the 3 points. Now, look, it's not going to silence this crowd, but it might take a little bit of steam out of them right off the top.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining.
My God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes better. Why these tell me? You can join the journey, you is worthy. Just allow me, no. Kicking down your door. Bloodsuckers, I see this industry is filled with sheep. People that pretend to be something that they will never be. Oh my, I just need some little old peace of mind. The sons of kings, the bulls of gods. The moon, the light, the fools, the facts. My God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes, baby. I can never be controlled. Let them know. 500 helicopters driving me gonzo. But they want you just to envy. Let them see it. I'm the first to say it, now it's time you just believe it. I got too many fakes, made lots of foes. These people cold. Talk down your dreams because they know they can't come close. Don't shake no hands, they'll steal your friends. I walk alone. I see false idols, other titles, you need to grow. I be watching mine, but I ain't like the others no more. God, I'm learning. learning lessons as I go. You're only wasting time. Tell the devil there's a door. Praying God is only trying to test me for the throne. My God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes better.
Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birthed most of chains in the game? No post office.
Just a stone's throw from historic Monument Circle in downtown Indianapolis. We are at the beautiful Lucas Oil Stadium. Today, it's a good matchup in the AFC South between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from Indianapolis. Fields it right around the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll start on the ground, ETN. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And they'll go again with ETN. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
On second down, a run with ETN. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. A give running right, ETN. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
They throw it out right, complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
ETN is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Once more ETN, but he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll try to run with ETN. And after the nice stiff arm, the next wave swarms in quickly for the stop. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Bass is good, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. Well, they moved the ball well there on the opening series. Running game was in sync. They were knocking on the doorstep, but ultimately, Charles, they'll have to settle for the field goal.
Well, they certainly were moving it well, and give this defense a ton of credit. Finally dug their heels in and forced the field goal. That's what it is, game partner. Will this offense look back at this drive and think to themselves, if we'd gotten 6, we'd be in a better spot.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Caught. It's Huff. The Colts at 12-3 now on the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 44, Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Woods on the out route. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught inside the 15. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. They'll run here with Taylor. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now Mahomes. Touchdown Colts. Alec Pierce with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Lawrence. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes a flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
Escaping the pressure right. Pass complete downfield. It's Pierce. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 37 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. For these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11, and it was the visiting Colts who won that first matchup. So they'll look for the season sweep here back home in Indy. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. But one thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
On 2nd and 10, Lawrence. Open man is Kirk, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Lawrence finding Kirk there for the Jaguar first.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Looking sideline, incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. This one complete to Scott Miller.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. Fielded at about the 28. So call that a 56-yard punt with a return of about 11. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
Ready, set.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to the guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Here's Lawrence. He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 59 yards. And the Jaguars get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the 1st half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did. They didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles? And it's intercepted.
Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he'll be out of bounds. 33 yards that time.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, That's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big play resulted.
And they'll run with ETN. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Jags will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 2. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's got Pierce. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Then he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
1st and 10, Taylor now. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Trayvon Walker in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Now back to throw. Able to find his man, Woods. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Eight yards to go on 2nd down. Now here's Mahomes. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they have regained the lead. Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
At their own 27.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
Tackle there by Nick Cross.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. From the 30 on 2nd down, Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. It's Buchanan.
Complete to number 19. A gain of 12. And the Jaguars first down.
A handoff for Etienne. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 69 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lawrence on 3rd down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. He finds his man. Complete. It's Walsh. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Etienne. He'll get this down to the 38. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
At the 38-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go play action with Lawrence. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
3rd down, trying to get a little bit closer. From here, the field goal would be 55 yards. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Quick slant caught by Kirk. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 23. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
They go play action now. Lawrence. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. They'll try the left side with Etienne. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least. If they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
The kick by Bass is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we're watching drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Mahomes to throw it. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 34-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Mahomes will throw. And Woods has it complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their 1st timeout. It's just their 1st. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure it's enough time to continue to do that.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They run once more with Taylor. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball on the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
And they get the timeout called here. It comes with 1 second remaining on the clock. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. The clock showing just 1 tick. This for the win. And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead.